We're going to get a penalty here. And we're going to have our first Owensboro penalty.
And that's going to be a misconduct for slapping the glass with the stick. Foolish. Will not keep your composure in that situation.
Well, we had a trip in the neutral zone. And with it will come the misconduct. 10:04 remaining in period 2.
We're told it's offsetting penalties again, but the misconduct, though, is going to be to one of the Owensboro players. And for the fans who are not familiar, that's a 10-minute misconduct where the player has to sit in the box, but the team won't play shorthanded. But I only see one penalty on the board here, Neil, so maybe they're not offsetting. Wait and see what the call is.
Now the question is, do they give an additional 2?
Could be.
To Cameron Rowell? Blomquist will serve the other portion of that penalty for Owensboro.
But it's games like this, you just, no matter how angry you get at a call, you can't afford. Because who knows what shift will be the one that decides it. You don't want to be sitting in the box in that frustration. Ooh, good chance for the
Off the face-off win, it is Carey from the win of Boyce. So it is a power play for Trinity, their first of the game. Owensboro is 0 for 3. Good clean win by the centerman. Boyce will keep it in deep. He's out there with Carey, Harmata, that first line, working with Gleason. And Shuck will go wide. Jake Wise, also the 5th member of Trinity, on this man advantage. Out wide, then return to the back, but can't be held before Gleason chases. He'll loop it back. Harmon will watch it flash past him. Tyler Smith will cruise on around. Greenwood High School.
Nice job keeping it in there by the Shamrocks.
Harmata to the front. There was Carey with his net presence. Tried to get a piece of it with the stick. It trickles wide. Still taken on the touch. Gleason on the way to the back to Boyce. Looking down low, and now Gleason will dig it out. Serve it back. Boyce's shot. It's kicked away. Another penalty is upcoming. Late reaction, but Berger finally realizes for Trinity. He heads to the bench. 2-man advantage upcoming. Here's Boyce. That's redirected. Still found. The follow-up chance. Flapjacks, and then Moore can't find it. Finally, it's touched up. And similar to the last circumstance for Owensboro, it's going to be about 50 seconds of a 2-man advantage. A cross-check appears to be the call, and it will go on the freshman Tyler Smith.
Well, we'll see now what the Rampage have in terms of digging in and getting some defensive presence. As you take a look at the replay here, the Shamrocks buzzing. There's a chance, and the stop. Puck is still loose. And obviously, finally, the touch by the defense, and that makes the stoppage of play. To Trinity now, 2-man advantage.
A 5-on-3 for 3/4 of a minute. 8:40 remaining in the second. The umbrella worked around on the feed and then taken off the side of the cage with that shot by Mike Kleisen. Gleason waiting for it in the back. Give it up to him. Serves it across as it goes on to Harmata. Then Harmata trying to leak it. It'll return back on the revolving pass. But then will slip over the blade to chase it back, and a benefit for Owensboro. Now 15 seconds remaining to kill off the 5-on-3. Brought on ahead. This is Harmata. In deep. Nothing there as he throws on the brakes. Back aside, loading the glove. Gleason, and it's heavily taken on the battlefield. Down low as the shot stopped by Moore. Gave up a couple of rebounds. 1, 2, 3 chances for Trinity, but Moore, who was phenomenal last night, crucial here on this final stretch of the 5-on-3.
Take a look at this. There's the initial save. There's a rebound. That is a great opportunity for Himes. Or was it Carey there? Was it Daniel Carey there?
Carey was down low. Had his...
Regardless, it was right on the doorstep, and a terrific job to keep him out.
Still a minute 5 with a 5-on-4 power play for Trinity. Carey wishes he had that look back. It's just
trouble here. Good hustle coming back. Could have been a breakaway.
That's Kreit doing a nice job on the PK.
Chase Swabeck, though, doing a good job preventing a shorthanded breakaway.
Rink wide feed. Carey. Onto the back. Swabeck.
Nice
Down deep, and then it's cleared. Armada with Cripe chasing him all 200 feet. Just under 30 seconds remaining on this power play. A shot from Boyce and a kick save away by Moore. Stays in behind. 3/4 of a minute remaining on this second. And the expiring 5-on-4 of Trinity's. It's carried on out with half the period gone in number 2. Harmon trailing it back, was looking for someone to come to the middle. No one was there as Hutchinson late to respond. He lays the wood anyway on Carey. Brought up by Boyce. He'll hit side netting, go for his own rebound as both teams back to skating. 5-on-5. Leaked in. Carey will find Boyce. In front. Jam! They score!
An initial save was brilliant, but then the rebound, and Trinity finally breaks through.
Carey gets the one back. He looked for it 30 seconds ago at the end of that 5-on-3. And it's 1-0 Louisville Trinity.
Well, certainly can't fault Moore for any of this. He has been standing on his head, makes an initial stop in deep, and right there's the initial save, but the rebound comes right to Carey, and obviously the All-State player is not going to miss that much of an empty net. And Trinity on top 1-0.
7:14, the time of the goal. And the shot that created the rebound was Chris Kelly's. He gets an assist. An even strength goal just over the halfway point of the second period, the middle frame. This championship game, we're halfway through it, and Trinity is on the board 1-0. It's chopped down on the return out before it's taken, and Mumquist will look to find Weaver. Slaps it out of midair. Klizek will fly it in. It will fly him back. Keen Gleason holds up Rowell. Trying to jam down deep, a 2-on-2 stalemate. And now Trinity surging off some momentum. Just keeping the puck in deep. This is the effervescent Daniel Carey. He's everywhere. He'll funnel it. It'll return. The shot came from the back. Went high from Nolan Reed, the senior defenseman. Still staying in as Trinity looking to impose their will. Trying to add to their lead. This is funneled and under the catching glove of Moore. Taken on by the Rampage, then brought back on ahead to center. The pass leaks over the stick blade. Racing to get it is Jack Wise. Wise and Weaver battle. The return out, it's Dan Carey. Carey on up ahead to Keen Gleason. Gleason going back to the middle. The redirection goes right to Carey, who's got an open look, but right into the catching glove and chest of Griffin Moore. Just over 5 minutes remaining in period 2, 5:06. It's 1-0 Trinity.
You take another look here, and you can see, as you pointed out, Carey takes a couple of skates in and has a pretty good look, but Moore up to the task as he's been all day, the exception of that rebound where really there was nothing he could do. Both these teams, there's a chance again. But both these teams killed 5-on-3 opportunities, 2 terrific jobs of penalty killing, and Trinity finally able to break through even strength.
The funny thing about that, Bob, is so often the case that's such a big momentum boost in going the other way, and neither team really able to take advantage of it when they're up 2 men, and then conversely going back when they return to full strength. But it's just that net presence, 3 to the net, and Carey getting a nice rebound to put Trinity ahead here. He had 2 goals last night in the semifinal victory. 4:48 remaining in the second. Wave off the delayed offside. And then it is skated ahead by Harmon. Fed it rink wide. It's Harmada feeding. Now the shot taken by Kelly, and he missed it wide. 2-on-1 developed there with his man Dan Carey. And Kelly, for mainly being a centerman, he's been outstanding as the right wing on that top line, which is getting heavy ice time, as is the top line of Owensboro. We've got another penalty It's going to be a high sticking call.
Sticking on the Shamrocks, I think. So Owensboro with a chance here to get the game even. You know, it's interesting. I've heard some coaches now, I mentioned this before, say one of the dangers is when you're in a situation like that where they were 5-on-3, Owensboro trying to kill the penalty, and they do, there's just that little bit of a let-up at the end where you think you're out of danger. And that's, I've heard coaches say, that's where you got to be particularly attentive, and that is when Trinity, in fact, got the goal.
Exactly, when you're most vulnerable. So the high sticking call, with just over 4 minutes remaining in this middle period. As the call is on Chris Kelly. He's to the box. Owensboro to the power play where they're fruitless 0 for 3 in this championship game. This will hit the netting as it's flapjack tie and will come back out for a face-off. Dan Carey at 7:14, the Trinity captain with the lone goal.
Packed house here in Owensboro and history being made. The first televised high school hockey game. We're thrilled you're with us here on Wazoo Sports. And Neil, delighted you're here as well. As the commissioner, I think I'm allowed to do that.
It is a pleasure, Bob. No doubt. These people, the salt of the earth. Great job all week with the hospitality suite and it's their genuine cordialness, if you will. It's been a great event over the course of the weekend.
Nice job by the Rocks again, not allowing Owensboro to really set their power play up. Keep breaking it up, shooting at the length of the ice, forcing them to regroup. They can't really get any momentum going. Here's another missed opportunity.
Kleisick, Gleason out there, as well as Swabek and Harmada. That's the quad for Trinity. Couture goes to the front. Wiggins wiggles his way there from behind. A late hit.
That'll be a penalty, and Couture did a terrific job there. He put the pressure on that forced the turnover and then got himself in front of the net and drew the penalty. This is the tail end of it. Couture, you see right there in front of the net. He's the one that forced that turnover and then parked himself right on the doorstep and forced the penalty from the back. And now, again, a two-man opportunity for the Rampage.
Bob, I have to laugh because we had a great look at that, and they both kind of froze as soon as that hit was made, waiting for the call. It was made, and right now Trinity has to be cautious. They've got their hand in the cookie jar, and they've given up their second two-man advantage of the period. 3:05 remaining in it.
Again, though, the importance of the face-off. Boyce wins the draw, and right away, Swabek down the ice.
Carey, Boyce, and the aforementioned Swabek. The tripod, that's given up right before it got to the middle. The 5 in white as Owensboro with Mumquist, Hutchison, Harmon with this shot coming and blockered away by Blake Berger. To the back it goes. Harmon across. Flashing a screen in front, but Berger saw it all the way. There's good net mouth traffic there from Trey Witt, the sophomore from Apollo High School. He's been moved up to play center on that top line with Waltz and Hutchison for much of the tournament, and he did his job diligently there.
Yeah, that was a nice job trying to get a screen. But as you said, Berger able to stay with it all the way, and as importantly as making the save, not giving up the rebound.
Mumquist, that shot